Hi and welcome to It's Very Zen. Today I'm going to be talking about having a daily tarot practice and how you can develop your own. When you're learning to read, or even if you've been reading for years, eventually you run out of people to practice on, or you run out of questions to ask. And many days I sit down with my cards and I've got no idea what to ask. And so when that happens, this is what I do. I shuffle the cards, just feeling them, shuffling about in my hands, and I focus on the feeling of the cards moving through my hands. I don't think of anything, I just let my mind go. And it's almost like meditative, just letting the cards glide between your fingers. And I keep going until I feel the need to stop. Now once I stop, I'll lay the cards out in whatever spread comes to my mind first. And usually this is an instinctive thing without any forethought. I'll stop shuffling and just put the cards down. And as you can see here, what came out this time was a 5-card spread. Now, once they're laid out, this is the trick. I look at the cards and I'll read them as if I'm reading for a client. I imagine I've got someone with me who has an unasked question or just has a general inquiry, and I'll read them cold, that is, without knowing what the client wants to know. I'll even talk out loud as if I'm speaking to a client, and it might sound weird, but trust me, it helps, because you'll go from feeling silly talking to yourself to realising that as you go through the cards, you're actually seeing connections and forming a cohesive reading. And I'm always amazed at the clarity of these readings and how concise they can be. So in our example here, at the centre of everything we have the 6 of Swords, which makes me feel that my imaginary client is in the process of moving on from a bad situation, leaving something unpleasant behind and moving themselves on to a better situation. Now, Temperance here is all about balance and harmony and moderation. And I'm thinking that, as it's in the past, perhaps my clients' inner balance and harmony has become out of whack. I'm thinking things have become more unsettled, which has led them to move on from this situation. Now, it's going to bring our imaginary client to a place where they'll probably need to be creative about where they go from here. I'm just instinctively feeling that this is what this is telling me, that there is a need to be very creative about where you go from here. So you have to be very clever. It's not about having, great mental acuity. This is more street smarts here. Other things that will affect the client situation is, I would normally say this is the querent, but I'm thinking this is actually another person who is very determined to have things their way. I think this could conflict greatly with the client's need to be free and move on from this. But as an outcome, with our client moving on, I can see that they're going to be very successful in moving on. So whatever has caused inharmony and caused our client to move on is going to have a good outcome. I can see that they are going to be wily enough to work their way around and out of this situation. So there you go. give it a go and see what comes up. Love to hear your comments below if you've given this a go, and did you come up with a reading that made any sense? Hey, at the very least, it's good practice for interpreting the cards and keeping your hand in and your mind sharp. All right, guys, God bless and take care. Bye for now.